hit the parking lot. Yeah, we smoke, smoke, please lead us up to heaven, lead us up to heaven.
Rolling? We wrote our names up in the tunnel back when Coos Bay was as far away as we had ever been. Pine trees climbing up winding hills, fishing boats and paper mills. Tillamook County, that's where I come from. Hometown of what they call the Burnside Bums. Rain clouds always hanging down so low and gray. Oh Lord, I wish it would have rained today. Tonight I got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I'm driving through another town. I got my radio on, I got my window down. Old song comes on from a long time ago. I think, how on earth did that DJ know? Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Up in that tunnel way back then, and then last night, I went down and did it again. That's just one sip too many from that old loving cup. It's like Rose City people, we never do grow up. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. That's called the Old Rose City Blues. Well, in the Americana world, we suffered a hit again this week. This one was tough. It was a young 38-year-old Justin Towns Earl. For most of you watching probably know him, and he and I had traded hometowns. And he's a really nice young man too. Really good young man. Talk to me like that, boss. I don't care who you are. If you don't wanna have to hang your own drywall, well, you don't wanna push me too far. Boomtown work ain't that hard to come by. A boomtown worker's on. You might be the one that running the show, but that doesn't mean you're in charge. I was looking for a job when I found this one. I don't need to work like you need the work done. You looking late, you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I shared a room with two guys over at the Motel 6, boss. Send every dime I make you home to my ex-wife. I just did 2 years and 28 days with a little bit of aim, though I would have been in there for my whole life. So you see, bro, ain't gonna take me that much getting used to. Neither will no barbed wire jailhouse wall. Watch what you say to someone with nothing. It's almost like having it all. Looking for a job when I found this one. Don't need this working like you need this work done. You looking like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. This one. Don't need this work like you need the work done. You looking like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I was looking for a job when I found this one. I don't need this working like you need this work done. You looking like you're under pressure. I was looking for a job when I met you. I'm really finishing them today, more than usual. All right. Oh, I've skipped one. How's everybody? You look good. You look better than usual. Have you been doing something different? Oh, can you tell I'm like Fred Sanford? Got my heart on my chest, though, looking fantastic. You know what I'm gonna do? I've been wearing this shirt for a bunch of shows now. I'm gonna break my arm. I usually get a uniform going. If you notice on the road, I'd like to wear the same thing all the time. These are our new shirts we've had for a few years. All right, man. So here we are, Sunday number something. How many? 20, 23? With the Michael Jordan Show. I would like to send this entire show out to one of the best friends I got in the whole wide world, my brother Daryl Sanders. Don't know how many times it's been around the sun, but I'm marking one of them today. I think we met when he was the editor of a magazine, and they came and interviewed me, and him and I had we were hippie lettuce fans. We're bonded on that and stayed friends. He wrote a book called That Thin Wild Mercury Sound, I think. That's the name of it, right? It's a great book, and he's written a lot of the liner notes. He wrote the liner notes for the live record of the Hardwork Americans. Wrote the liner notes for my last record, and just a great friend, helps me just all the time. This, I think, is his favorite song. Let me start again. If I had a nickel for every dime you have, I'd have half your money. You talk about and I have bad, more like 10 times as good. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to walk around with more money if they could. But if you could just come off a little bit of it, that would surely do me good. I'm in between jobs. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Only one way to win at a shell game, be the one that gets the other guy to play. Think I'm not bright, you might be right. I might have been born yesterday, but I was up all night. I might have come in here a little cross-eyed looking, but I'm walking out of here all right. I'll be wearing my dark sunglasses, 'cause the sun still shines as bright down on you when you're in between jobs. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Hey, can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. $100 bill one time, leaning up against a chain link fence. I've been walking around outside looking down at fences ever since. It's the root of all evil, I agree, and I suppose that the blossom of it would be my kind of poverty. I know how angry I'm getting just thinking about how much more you have than me. I'm thinking, what's keeping me from killing this guy and just taking his shit from him? Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Hey, can you dig it? I was hoping that you would. Can you dig it? I was hoping that you would dig it tonight. Yeah, nailed it. All right, now I'm going to start venturing out into some stuff I don't know. I had a plan this morning, and I woke up. I wanted to do some songs I don't normally do. And then I told myself I was going to practice some, and I didn't. But we got the old carburetor, the Tele. Try never to say it the same way twice. I'll send this song out to Mara. She's mowing her yard. This song reminds me of when we met many years ago. I was living in Memphis and I just broke up with that girl Shannon. I used to call her Shoe. And we were working on this record called Yesterdays, and I mean the record was called the Viva Satellite. If I had that record to make over again, I would have just used the lyrics Will Kimbrough had. Because I was making up all this. And we should have just done his songs at that time. But this, because I was so influenced by him at the time, and he was just doing it a lot better, you know. But this song was supposed to be about that breakup. Me and that girl used to climb this one tree all the time when we were drunk. Anyway, see if I can do it. Yesterdays used to be from a long, long time ago. Oh, take my fading memories to a place that I used to know. We used to fly like we had wings, and we were easier to please. I love you and you love me. Yesterdays and the used to be. Was just a mattress on the floor in that old place where we used to stay. You made me feel like I was more than anything I've got today. We were kicking down all those doors. We were climbing up all those trees before we started keeping score. Yesterdays and the used to be's. All I wanted was a little affection. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was a real connection. For one chance to be true. Yesterday that used to be from a long, long time ago. Take my fading memory to a place that I used to know. We were never without our doubts. I try to look back honestly, but I swear that we could have walked on clouds. Yesterdays and the used to be's, when I loved you and you loved me. That's not so bad. I like that. You know, that's less whiny than I remember it. I always like once I met Dan Baird, I started thinking he was the one that said, "Try not to whine in your jams." And to this day, I'm like, yeah, good thinking. And so maybe I'd change the lyrics to that if I could. But you know, I was singing it. I was thinking about Shannon, the girl that I made it about. No, I'm gonna try another good one. What? Oh, I'm just doing it by smell. You know, Dewey Cox learned to play without any sense of smell. He just did it by ear. No, but me and Shannon used to have this one-room apartment, and there was a tree right down below it, and we had a lot of fun there. And then, but the songs, a lot of times the songs come like a few years after, so it's like we broke up, and then like about a year later, I started making up the songs about it. And by then, I had met Mara, and I remember we were recording in Memphis, and I just remember driving home. I had a white van driving back to Fairview, Tennessee, where I just got a place, and listening to those songs. Yeah. Let me see. And there's another one. Here's another Viva song. And I remember I had this little one-room house that I had just got into in Fairview. And Will Kimbrough, my brother of another mother, he came out and we made up a couple of songs, but this one, I know what you're saying, like, Will came up with that part. You don't know that. Same girl, though, different day. Well, you know, you've kept me down way too long now. Gonna find me a way to get over you somehow. I'm gonna sing for one and another sing. Baby, my love is bigger than the limousine. If you've got a heart with good like mine, well, honey, I can make it pay moonshine. I don't need some phony disco queen. Lord, my love is truer than a magazine. If you've been looking for me, babe, I've been looking for you. And if you looking for some trouble, babe, I am too. Oh, Lord, I am too. And I am too. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me the something I can't go. I seen all that I here to see. Baby, you can't play no tricks on me. If you've been looking for me, babe, I've been looking for you. If you're looking for some trouble, babe, ooh, I am too. Yeah, I am too. I am too. Honey, my love like kerosene. I know you know what I mean. Hey, come on, baby, let's twist and shine. I wanna hit this town until the teeth come out. If you've been looking for me, babe, I've been looking for you. If you're looking for some trouble, babe, I am too. I am too. Hey, look out now. Yeah, did you see the end? When I was doing all the... Man, I've been practicing that all week. That was fun as shit to do. I haven't done that in a long time either. Oh, I wonder. So, there, that's for Mara. I remember, also, I want to send that out to my buddy Scott Swanson, who I grew up with, and his older brother Dave. I grew up with him too, and he's just a real recluse now. And he doesn't talk to nobody, and I wish he would. Dave, Salty Dave, I wish you'd talk to us. Oh yeah, this thing. But I remember the last time I talked to Dave was all the way back when we put that song out. And we were talking on the phone, and I just kind of was like, "Have you heard our new song?" And he said, "Yep." And I said, "You like it, or?" And he said, "I like it when you're humble." I took that to heart. I really did. Okay? I was like, you know what? That is not really the kind of song I usually sing, is it? That's more like an Aerosmithy kind of vibe for a brother. But I like it. You know, Pat Green sang it at some point. Here's one that I've been doing more. This is newer. But I worked on this one for a long time. And I still have this memory of Neil Casal. It's been just a year. We've just been taking it hard in the hippie culture. In our gypsy gang has been getting beat up a little lately. And it was same week as Justin. We lost Justin. Was the year anniversary of Neil Casal going to see the Bruce. And I'm kind of feeling melancholy today, but I'm trying, you know. But this one is, I can still remember with this. I've talked about it before. We were playing at we were in Pismo Beach, and we just had it. I can just remember I was sitting on the steps working on this song, and Neil, who was always taking pictures, I noticed eventually he was taking pictures of me. And I remember him saying, "You're gonna finish that," because you know a lot of stuff I don't finish. And I remember him saying, "You're gonna finish that." See, these guitars, so nice, but it's also, you don't just whip a capo on it, you know, without it. You gotta ask. You were smoking cigarettes on the airplane. I was waiting right there for you at your gate. I had to pull off the highway just to find a payphone. When the line was busy, oh, you know, you just had to wait. Day after day goes by like nothing is ever gonna change. Just like overnight, it's like it isn't never gonna be the same. Hitting what you're aiming for, you're forgetting what you miss. All you're saying no for sure now is how you can't go on like this day after day. It's just like overnight, day after day. It's just like overnight. It seems like we've been killing our time now here for you. Since way back before all of this so-called reality. Hell, I remember when you used to have to walk all the way over just to turn the channel on that goddamn TV. like a day after day go by like nothing is ever gonna change. Just like overnight, it's like it isn't ever gonna be the same. Hitting what you're aiming for, you're forgetting what you miss. All you seem to know for sure now is how you can't go on like that. Day after day, just like overnight. Day after day, it's just like overnight. Day after day goes by like nothing ever gonna change. It's just like overnight, like it isn't ever gonna be the same. Hitting what you're aiming for, you're forgetting what you missed. All you seem to know for sure now is how you can't go on like this, a day after day, just like overnight. Day after day, just like overnight. Yeah. You know what? I want to send that one out to Lulu Buffett. She got the corona and she's in bed listening. Lulu, I hope you're feeling okay. Love you. You know, I had a guy ask me the other day on the street as I was walking if I believed in the corona thing and if I knew anyone that had gotten it. Ooh, almost, well, I wouldn't have gotten mad, but I almost like, you know, anyway. So, this one, I think is an E. And one, I've never really played this. I'm gonna try this. I hope you're having a good time. I had every intention of practicing this stuff, but I'll tell you something exciting, to me anyway. Last week we came down here and we recorded my buddy Robbie Crowell, who plays the drums for Midland and also played for Deer Tick and played the saxophone in the Bulldogs. That's how we met and kind of I just really liked talking to him. And then I was asking everybody in town if they knew anything about this drumming thing called Fatback. And he did, and he'd done it. And so last week we hooked up all our crap. Joel filmed it. Colin recorded it. Brian bossed everybody around, got in the way, but in spite of him, Mark was here. Anyway, and then after the show, so we've been working on that. And then after the show today, my buddy John Latham is going to come down and sing with me. And then the girls, I'm spacing their names, Presley and what is it? Spencer, yeah. Those two girls, all of them I met out at guitar pulls at my house. And Spencer and Presley sing backup for Tanya Tucker. And so, just some singers that are going to come help today. Anyway, there you go. So, you know, do that 9 more times, and we'll have shit sandwich. Or I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to describe it yet, but here's a song that is on a record called Happy to Be Here. You got 1 shot left, I guess, but you messed up so bad last time. I'm about to lose my mind, keeping up is true. You go one way, one thing, turn around, mood swing, making up a melodrama, mama was wrong with you. You know I heard you the 10th time, telling me again and again about men making everything harder than it ought to be. And baby, you know that isn't true. You know how hard I tried to keep you satisfied. Mama, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What did I do? You think I wanna be with every other woman in the world but you. Well, I tell you all the time how I'm walking the line for you. Every time I see you, though, you treat me like I'm cheating on you. Hey, hey, well, mama, what's wrong with you? You took a one bad blow, I know, but you go so far out sometimes. I'm afraid of making that climb out there to you. You get so high, sink low, the next thing I know, whole new soap opera, mama, what am I gonna do? I even saw you last night thumbing through my personal phone book, looking into cooking up something you could look at till you wound up angry. And baby, you know that it's cool. All this jealousy is killing me. Hey, mama, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You think I wanna be with every other woman in the world but you. I tell you all the time how I'm walking the line for you. Every time I see you, though, you treat me like I'm cheating on you. Hey, 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 but mama, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What did I do? You think I wanna be with every other woman in the world but you. We got them all by the balls, all the way to the ribbon cutting. You'd rather sit here with your finger on the panic button. Hey, 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 mama, something's wrong with you. Hey, 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 mama, something's wrong with you. Hey, 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 you know, mama, there's something wrong with you. When it's wrong, when's it wrong, bruh? Tonight. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Rascal Flats.
Rascal Flats, dude.
Oh, God damn, now you're just trying to be mean, you know? My God, those guys carried this town for a fucking decade. The big one, the cute one, and the other guy. Yeah, what's your problem? I bet you they got new music. They're probably selling out arenas still. And just because you can't get a cut off of them. I get so angry sometimes and so defensive of, you know, we're good friends, me and those guys. I've been rolling with them for a long time. Same with Fred Durst. We go way back. Now, I'm gonna try, you know what I'm gonna do? Mostly because I don't wanna. I'm gonna get this out of the way. I have a whole bunch of songs for the same woman, and then she, they said, all by yourself, you're trying to quit like everybody else. The cigarettes, smoke in your eye. I see a few regrets in there too. Hey there, lonely girl, have I got a lonely boy for you? Hey, like a sunny day, someplace else, the music plays, it don't help. Through the haze, you roll your eyes. Every day I wonder what you see. Hey there, lonely girl, I think you are the only girl for me. You're the only girl in this whole wide world. Only throw your pearl at me. Here I sit I'm all by myself. I'm trying to quit something. Yeah. A cigarette's a smoking mine. I got a bunch of regrets in there too. Hey there, lonely girl, have I got a lonely boy for you? Hey. Yeah, man. So I made that up in the rehab hospital. They don't let you have music, and they don't let you play your guitar. At least the one I went to, the first one I went to, and so in the kitchen they had the cooks could listen to the radio. So I would go sit by the kitchen, and so you could at least hear the radio from them. And that's what else, the music, play all that crap. If you sing it, if you hear that song again, then you'll be like, oh, I see. Anyway, moving along. This one, I'll play it in E today. I made this up. I want to send this out to my friends from my hometown. I go out there. It's beautiful if you've never been to Portland, Oregon, man, or if you go out to the Rose Gardens, or if you go to Tillamook County. Really, Tillamook County is the only place on the coast that you kind of don't want to go. It's like Anchorage in Alaska. It's the kind of normal town that's developed and has a good football team and everything. But all the other cities are really little and have really great hotels and stuff. Get on out there. In Tillamook, they're good cats too. When I went out there and I did some community service out there. I really went through a construction zone, and you know how they wave you through and all that? I just jacked that up from being buzzed up probably, but I didn't do the arrows and shit. I tried to, but I just, so it wasn't malicious, but boy, they call that reckless endangerment. They don't call it a mistake. You don't just say, my bad. I had to go into jail. I had some J's in my pocket in jail. Hello. Fucking got out. Same girl, last song, was us, and she was waiting for me. She had to go get bail. And I remember she got so mad because not only was I happy I got out of jail and I still had my joints, but I had this new song too. I was like, oh, it was all worth it. I think that was probably the beginning of the end. Let's see how I can do it today. I'll put a new flavor on it. Sitting there waiting in the Tillamook County jail, hoping that she's not so mad now that she doesn't even pay my bill. Well, if I was her, I'm not so sure I wouldn't just keep on moving down the trail. Lord, I am sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. I got a lump on my head, I got a boot print on my chest. From what they got in here called the Tillamook County lie detector test. Well, I did my best, but as you might have guessed, it is a tough test. Not to fail, I am sitting here waiting in the Tillamook County jail. One phone call, yep, you get to Tylenol. 4 cold gray wall closing in. Ooh, if I ever get out on that highway, again. Lord, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. It all started when I had a little trouble with this guy on the highway crew. Well, that lying son of a gun, he told him I'd done some things that I didn't do. They come running for me down 101. Something said I did something I didn't done. They come sitting here waiting in that Tillamook County jail. I get one phone call, I get 2 Tylenol, 4 cold gray walls closing in. If I get out on that highway again, I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. No, 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 I ain't doing it. I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. I ain't doing it. I ain't ever going back to Tillamook County. I know you've seen that cheese. I know you've seen it. You love it. You've seen it. Oh, let me also remind you a few things. Pronouncements. Starting October 11th, I'm going to do the Daily Planet one again because I can do it better. And I forgot to use this guitar the whole time. This guitar I'm getting used to. And we're going to do 12 days of what? Yodeling, stoning? What should we call it? Name the 12 days. Feels like it should be like partridges and shit. Or, you know, it immediately says the 12 days. But we could do a lot of things. Stoner's Dozen. Whatever. I think I have 12 records. I'm sorry about that. Could have very easily done with much fewer. I know. But what are you gonna do? D.B. Cooper was 43 when we first heard his name. 47 miles away from where he fell down to his fame. He told me that the hardest part of that, though, wasn't even jumping out of the plane. It was spending the night watching the police lights shining through the pouring rain. They hit a man went that next morning like nothing I'd ever seen. Well, I was only 8 years old at the time. I was watching on the TV screen. They were saying he was never gonna make it now. The daylight had sealed in. But later that night, they were shining that light back down on that mountain again. Well, not far away from the city of Rose, yeah, they all watched those lights up through the rain. D.B. Cooper low. Cops blocked off all the exit roads. Yeah, they turned loose all of their hounds. They even dragged that river up a couple of times to see if he had drowned. With all of those friends working overtime, well, they swore they would bring him down. A parachute and a few $100 is still all they've ever found. Not far away from the city of Rose, they all watch those lights up through the rain. Now some people say that he died up there somewhere in the rain and wind. Other people say that he got away, but then his girlfriend did him in. Lawmen say that if he is out there someday, they're gonna bring him in. bring him in. As for me, I hope they never see old D.B. Cooper again. Not far away from the city of roses, they all watch those lights up through the rain. D.B. Cooper, drinking champagne. Yeah, Portland, Oregon, the mighty city of roses. Remember that? There was a band in Portland in the 70s. They were called Seafood Mama, and they were a couple. They were teachers, and they had a song called, let's see, what was it? All of my life, waiting in the rain, I've been waiting on a feeling that never ever came. You gave your word, but words for you are lies. Darling, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd go. But now it's time to finally let you know. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you here. Standing on a corner, waiting in the rain, waiting on a feeling that never ever came. You gave me your word, but the words for you are lies. Darling, in my wildest dreams, I never thought I knew. Oh, it's time to finally let you know. I'm gonna harden my heart. I'm gonna swallow my tears. I'm gonna turn and leave you here. Oh, I fucked that up. So I'm gonna turn, and that's the best part too. Man, that was fun. I didn't even know I knew that. I knew the second verse too. Standing up. So quarter flash, man. I remember there was a kid in my high school that had a satin jacket that said quarter flash on it. They were from our town, motherfucker. And they stayed together. They stayed married through all that. They just put out a new record. I follow them on the computer. So check out that. Hometown Proud. Now I'm gonna do a song. Jerry Jeff, I hope you're watching this morning, because I promised him I was gonna play a much better guitar. Which isn't fair to these black guitars I play. They're good, they're just big. A lot of people say that it's awful for my back. But also, this is just, you couldn't take this on the road. You'd break it. We break a ton of those, and the good people at Epiphone, they just keep giving them to us. We don't break them. Brian breaks them. He gets angry at the crowd. I'm always like, they're fine. He's like, they were yelling beer run too much. Why do you hate beer run? Hayes likes beer run. All right, I'm gonna do this. This song, I came from Oregon, and in Oregon, music was sort of from Mars, the Kingsmen, Quarter Flash. And then I moved to Texas, where a lot of people have their own song. They're not even trying to get someone else to sing it or trying to be a big singer. They just have a few songs about somebody. And a lot of men and women in Texas know how to play basic guitar. it's just a part of their state, you know. And so when I moved there, I started picking up guitar from a guy named Mark Watkins and Craig Lockhart, and the lifestyle I was living at the time really was similar, I think, to Jerry Jeff Walker's. Not when he was like a Texas cowboy, but in his first 5 records, they called him the Gypsy Song Man. And at that time in '85, he was playing solo and really doing, kind of going, you know, it's like he had just finished that rowdy country phase, and he was just musically ready to get back to some folk. And that's when I came into the picture as a fan with this record called Gypsy Song Man. And I remember liking it because of the acoustic music, but when I saw it, that's when I felt like that was my long-lost dad or whatever. And I remember this song, even this story, I remember he told this story that night, and that was the night when he was playing this song. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to be a folk singer. And it was this song. It just moved me too, you know. It was like, it wasn't just that I didn't connect to it as someone who traveled a lot. It made me want to travel more. I first ran into Stoney, a bar downtown, Richmond, Virginia, bumming around, suitcase to suitcase, started in talking, finding out about the things that we shared in the many, many miles we've been. Had this old gray pillowcase full of books by Durrell. Played this old concertina guitar, all beat up, it played like hell. Until you got him started singing a gospel song. He'd play 'em all night for nothing, tell you stories till dawn. He said, hey, get your bags, sun's up, it's time to roll. Ain't no better time than early in the morning to be out walking down the road, seeing another day beginning while the fools are rushing on by. Like some Mr. Independence, we're taking our own sweet time. So I walk on out the highway under a clear blue sky. I was listening to the tales he was telling, drinking warm red wine, about the night he rose 7, about the girl who had done him wrong, about everything that he could think of while we walked along. Stoney had a magic that made him hard to forget. Like the night we rode down that old Ohio highway in a pickup truck that nearly wrecked. A crazy woman driving, all drunk up and carrying on, till Stoney finally calmed her singing them gospel songs. La-da-da-da. Split the road in Norway. He just shook my hand. Said, I'll see you someplace, cowboy. But you know, he never has. But we were that free, yeah, just walking down the road. Didn't used to care much where the road was gonna go. No, no. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, ooh. A few years later, we found out that old Stoney was a bullshitter, just no doubt about it. Still, there was just something about the way he would tell you something, man. Made you never want to doubt it. It kept you going when the going got rough. He could get you through the lean time just by making it up. When you're young, you don't tell the truth. Your parents will say, oh, that's a fib. You don't want to be a fibber. And you're supposed to get the message, but if you don't get the message, a little bit later in life, your parents will say, hey, that was a lie, man. You don't want to be a liar. Come on. Knock that off. Usually that does it, you know. But if it doesn't do it, you know, eventually you'll find that it'll be your friends, and they'll be calling bullshit, and they will be calling you a bullshitter. That usually does it. Nobody wants to be a bullshitter. But if that don't do it, eventually they'll call you a folk singer. And they will cheer for you. They get you a hotel room. Oh, I first ran into Stoney, a bar downtown. We were in Richmond, Virginia. That dog was just bumming around. But we were that free then. Walking down the road where they always used to care so much. Where that road go, where that go. My huckleberry friend. Man, one of my top memories of being on the road, one time I was in Canada with Jerry Jeff, and we were playing somewhere. I was the opener. And the show got over, and the dressing room was starting to kind of fill up, and him and I were just sitting on this couch, and he grabbed it. He goes, oh, check this out. And he grabbed a guitar, and just me and him, he looked at me, and he played Moon River. I guess he wanted me to see that he'd learned it. But man, that was one of the best versions of any song I've ever heard, ever. What else can we do? Let's do... you know, I'll tell you what. Let's do some John Prine, because we're doing hard songs anyway today. That first day, you know, we first started doing this, and that was the day that I felt like we got a hang of this thing. Was the day that we came in and did all his songs. That was difficult to do, but it made me forget about. It helped me to forget about all the rest of this. But boy, sure, it doesn't get better. It just gets worse. That's why when that person said, "Do you believe the corona thing?" I was like, anyway. Well, let's see, what would be fun to do? I feel like I want to do some of John's, but I got to get this thing right. How's everybody doing out there? You look terrific. That's something else I was going to tell you. Every once in a while I'll have if you end up having to tune, don't forget to tell everybody about the time, etc., and so forth. But these had to start to dip at some point, right, Bri? It's not my fault. I'll tell you what, man, every time I start to think I know who I'm going to vote for, it's like every time Donald Trump talks about Joe Biden, I'm like, yeah, that guy, the drugs and the fucking gangs and the fucking abortion on demand and the fucking, what's this party? Getting rid of the cops. What was all the other shit? The suburbs. That's the funniest part. First, we get the. If I would pay top dollar to see that. Anyway, and then they ask him, "Are you gonna do that?" And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Stuck, you know. I might have to vote for Kanye. No, that's not true. I ain't afraid to say I'm voting for Gropey Joe. I like the guy. I always have. This song's even better than it sounds. This song is even better than it sounds. This song is even better than it sounds. It's out of what you might be hearing going around. I said, la 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 la. My reputation ain't as bad as they say. My reputation ain't as bad as they say. My reputation ain't as bad as they say. It would be better than good if you could see it my way. I said, na 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 na. Ooh, na 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 na. Ooh, na 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 na. Wop bop 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 bop. Dig it. See, it ain't as good as it looks. The way you see it ain't as good as it looks. The way you see it ain't as good as it looks. You see it cash out in some library, writing your matchbooks. Na 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 na. You see me burned out. You see it burned out in some library, reading the matchbooks. That song, I only sing it because I made it up on the spot, in the studio and everything with the band, and I just improv those lyrics. Sounds like it, a little bit. But I like that one. And what I meant to do a Prine song, but then I got distracted. So let's do... Well, my heart's in the ice house, come hill, come valley, like a long old Sunday when I walk through the alley on a cold winter's morning to the church house to shovel some snow. I heard sirens on the train track, how they get neuter, and all the boys been hit by a local commuter just from walking to his back turned to the train that was coming so slow. You can gaze out the window, get mad and get madder, throw your hands in the air and say what does it matter, but it don't do no good to get angry, so help me I know. For a heart stain in anger grows weak and grows bitter, you become your own prisoner. Watch yourself sit there wrapped up in a trap of your very own chain of sorrow. I've been brought down to zero, pulled out and put backward. I sat on the park bench, kissed a girl with the black hair as my head hollered out to my heart, you better look out below. For it ain't such a long drop, don't stammer, don't stutter, from the diamonds in the sidewalk to the dirt in the gutter, and you carry those bruises to remind you wherever you go. You can gaze out the window, get mad and get madder, throw your hands in the air and say what doesn't matter, but it don't do you no good to get angry, so help me I know. For a heart stained in anger grows deep and grows bitter, you become your own prisoner. You watch yourself sit there wrapped up in a trap of your very own chain of sorrow. Wrapped up in a trap of your very own chain of sorrow. Ah, that's a beautiful song. That's maybe my favorite one for some reason. It's the waltz. I can tell I'm starting to flag a little bit. So I'll wrap this up. But I want to remind you all that Hayes Carl is going to be playing from here on Tuesday. We joke about him a lot, but he's a great friend, and I'm 100% certain all of you have heard of him. But if you haven't, man, you really do yourself a favor and tune in. He's a genuine, well, just a good buddy, and I just love his songs a whole lot. I think his wife, Allison, is she doing her thing right after ours? I think, doesn't she? So also look up Allison Moore. As soon as we're done, she's got a great one. I'm gonna do this song for my buddy Mark's wife, Kelly. She runs the theater department at, where? Father Ryan High School, where her son is young and handsome and has a car and plays guitar, and fuck him. No, man, and Andy too. Andy and Kelly. Andy's my main bud. I've known Andy since he was 5, I think, and now he really is like a God. He probably is hating I said all that, but he's in high school now, you know. And he's the kid that broke the window downtown during the riot, right? Yeah. He was the one. He was like, "You guys, we got to take this to the next level." Psh. I'll tell you this, though. I'm 100% not afraid to stand with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm not going to beat people over the head with it, but I understand the name of it. Easy to understand, easy thing to get behind. If it's a troublesome thing for you to understand, or if that would anger you at me, well, fuck, man. There's tons of folk singers, you know. Anyway, I said, and now that's the last I'll say about that, unless asked to play some kick-ass event or something. Then I'll be double E there. Life too short to worry, life too long to wait. Too short not to love everybody, and life too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it dime. I may, oh no siree, baby, I ain't got no time. Oh, Miss Virgie, she tended bar at a shack out in the hills. It never paid her no money, boys, but I tell you this, it did always pay her bills. She looked like she about 80 years old, but her heart was warm and her beer was cold as she gave away more than she ever sold. She'd be smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner of that place, it seemed like every Friday night. A loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barbering fights. They would be drinking beer and carrying on. Not a one of them had listened to one of my songs. Oh, Miss Virgie, she'd be singing along. She said she knew them all by heart. And then one night after closing up, she poured me a beer. Said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I got something that you need to hear. She said, life ain't easy getting through. Everybody gonna try to make it tough on you. I tell you right now, do what you do and never get you down. Life too short to worry, life too long away. Too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. It's too long for me to love it. A lot of men, they haggle and finagle all the time. They're trying to make a nickel, maybe make 10 cents. Oh, not me, oh no siree, I ain't got no time. Pick it, oh look at him, look at him. Seen old Virgie, I guess probably been 20-some years. I've been bumming around this country, I sing my songs for my tips and my beers. Now the nights are long and the driving's tough and the hotels are weird and the quarantine sucks, but I cannot dig it enough. I dig it, man, I dig it. Life's too short to worry, life too long to wait. Too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nigga, maybe make it down, not me. Oh no siree, baby, I ain't got no time. I ain't. All right. And now in honor of, you know what the #1 song in the fucking country is? Is everybody in here aware that we lived to this day? Yeah. Yeah. I have a new song called Little White Penis I'm working on.
You should tell them what the name of the song is.
Oh, I don't even know if I can. They'll kick us off the YouTubes. There's a young lady with a song called Wet Ass Pussy. Yeah. And it's about what you think it's about. So, remember in that movie Idiocracy, the president was named Hector Mountain Dew Camacho, and the #1 movie in the world was Butt. Interesting times. Oh, how we long for the precedented times of our youths. I met this girl in Memphis. I'm going to do in the video of this song, there's a woman in the video named Jennifer Brewer. In fact, I'm going to do this song for her mom, Marilyn, instead of her, because she's much cooler. But Jennifer, I've known for 30 years. We met, I met her, I was playing in a bar in Memphis before I'd ever made a record, and there was a big fight in the back because she was yelling at some frat guys for talking over my lyrics, which were really deep and gonna save the whales if you guys would just shut the fuck up. And I thought, that was sweet. And so we've been friends all this time, and I'll never forget the day my dad died. I got back from the hospital, and she just randomly stopped by, and I opened the door. How are you doing? Well, so Jen, thanks for bringing up that. Now, this has been sort of a melancholy show. I hope you're all right with it. Lost a good friend and a young friend last week for you know, I really don't even know what to say about that. just take care of yourselves out there. What do I know about what people are supposed to do? What do I know from good advice? I'm gonna do this for Amanda and Jason too. Well, if we never get together again, please forgive me for all of these fools that I've been. See if you can't remember me when I was listening to my better angel, or just see if you can remember me when I was listening. It's like a force of nature. It's coming over me. Well, I can't keep myself from moving. I can't keep from moving. It's like a force of nature. Like a force of nature. May your hopes always outweigh your doubts, until this whole world finally punches you out. May you always play your music loud enough to wake up all of your neighbors. Or may you play at least loud enough to always wake yourself up. It's like a force of nature. It's coming over me. Well, I can't keep myself from moving. I can't keep from moving. It's like a force of nature. Like a force of nature. Lord, it's like a force of nature. It's like a force of nature. Happy birthday to my brother Daryl Sanders, man. Go out and get his book. And speaking of great writers, my friend Diana Finley, who taught me how to do this, she wrote a book about Delbert McClinton, and we had a nice... She reached out to me after Justin passed, and I needed it. And so thank you, Diana. I hope you got some writing done this week. Just for the fun of it. Like a force of nature. It's like a force of nature. It's like a force of nature. Thank y'all also for tuning in every week, and I hope you have a really good week, I really do. And hopefully we'll see you back here next week. Signing off from the First Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder, where we're always hoping for something and wondering what the fuck. Exit to the gift shop, motherfuckers. ha. Ah, ah, ha. You shake my blood, you right on my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my wheel, oh, what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I fell in love 'cause I thought it was funny. You come along and you move me, honey. I changed my mind, we love fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. Got to tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I shake my middle and I twiddle my thumb. I'm really nervous, but it's all have fun. Come on, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great ball of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. Got to tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I shake my fingers and I twiddle my thumb. That you're nervous, but it's all have fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of motherfucking fire. Yeah. That's an old, like an album take off an old David Lee Roth's second solo album. I think he wrote that with Steve Vai. I'll tell you something. You know, I took a deep dive today on the, if you have ever seen a movie about heavy metal called The Decline of Western Civilization, there's a kid in a pool. I know I'm spacing his name. The band was called Wasp, and he was their lead guitarist. And he's in a raft in a pool. Do you know have you ever seen the movie? And he's drinking, his mom's sitting there. It's really sad, you know. Well, that dude, I can't remember. He's around. He made it, and he's looking good, sound good. I was listening to some of his stuff, his recent stuff. I wish. Could you Google the lead singer for Wasp? Yeah. Lucy Lawless or some shit was the singer. You know, they had their hair all out and everything. But
Blackie Lawless.
No, that's the leader. Okay. Who's the other guy? Morris or? You know, he made it. And if you see that, it's weird. That's funny. I didn't even mean to be on topic, but if that motherfucker can make it, we can all make it, man. And I'll tell you what, that sounds preachy too, but that guy, he's like the new Lemmy of kick-ass fucking metal. He's got all kinds of cool songs now, and he's still rocking balls, 55, 56. And if you'd have saw him when he was 25, I don't know if you'd have bet on him, you know? Bells, ye heathen from the city that dreams. Ring them bells from the sanctuaries and the valleys and the streams. For they're deep and they're wide, and the world's on its side, and time is running backwards, and so is the tide. Ring them bells, St. Peter, where the four winds blow. Ring them bells with an iron hand, so the people will know that it's rush hour now on the mule and the plow, and the sun is going down upon the sacred cow. Ring them bells, sweet Martha, for the poor man's son. Ring them bells so so the world will know that a God is one. Oh, the shepherd is asleep where the willows weep, and the mountainside is filled with lost sheep. Ring them bells for the time that flies. Ring them bells for the child that cries. Ring them bells, ring them bells. Ring them bells, St. Catherine, from the top of the room. Ring them bells from the fortress where the lilies bloom. For the lines they are long, and the fighting is strong. And they have taken down the difference between right and wrong. Yeah, they are taking down the difference between right and wrong. Ring them bells for the blind and the deaf. Ring them bells for those of us who are left. Ring them bells for the chosen few who will judge the many when the game is through. Ring them bells, St. Peter, for the poor man's son. Ring them bells so the world will know that God is one. For it's rush hour now, on a mule in the plow, and the sun is going down upon the sacred cow. Irites, one love. Next speedball, way to highway. Needle is broken, ain't no telling on gas. Highway dog plays Russian roulette in and out of the sun under the overpass. Oh, 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 my love. Why on earth they say only heaven knows? But we turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know I think therefore I am because I am oh so I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way, but nobody thinks you're crazy. Woo! Thank you. Passing it back and forth like a 5th of July. I realize I can't tell you what to tell yourself. But if we're still alive, what you thought you wanted, well, you can't deny it, baby. We were something else. Oh, 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 my love. Why on earth they say only heaven knows? We turn every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody goes. I know a thing therefore I am because I am both who I thought I was. When in Rome they say shoot Roman candles that way, and nobody thinks you're crazy. We
don't